Hello, Virgos, and welcome to this your reading and predictions for mid to late August. I do owe each and every one of you an apologies for not having produced videos for the last two sessions that I would normally produce videos for. Some stuff came up in my life. It's still bubbling to the surface. But I was just unable to be able to produce videos for the past month, and I do apologize. All right, Virgos, without any further ado, let's get going. Let's tap into where you are at now. For any of you who are new here, kindly consider giving a like and subscribe, especially if this resonates with you. The cards that I pull, I leave sitting face down until I'm actually ready to read them. So let's just go through and pull some cards and get your spread out in front here. All right, looks like we just have one card here that's come out for your, oh no, there was two. They were stuck together. All right, let's take a look at what you are focusing on, Virgo. What are the Virgos focusing on? Oh, wow. We've got a whole bunch of cards initially jumped out, and now I'm about halfway through the deck and no more cards are coming out. All right, is there anything else that the Virgos are focusing on? I think we're good. Yeah. All right, a couple things here for you to be focusing on. All right. Let's go into your difficult influences, also known as the challenges that may be coming up for you. Clearly saw this deck in my mind's eye for this one. Difficult influences and challenges for Virgo, mid to late August 2023. What do we have coming up? Oh, we got a card out. What else? Is there anything else challenging the Virgos? No, looks like just the one card out here. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to go into messages that you need to hear at this time. What messages do the Virgos need to hear at this time? Okay, one. All right. Now, the next card that we're going to pull is unexpected. What is unexpected for you guys? Unexpected for Virgo. Is there anything else? We have one card out. Anything else for the Virgos coming up? Oh, there's another one. I caught it before it went on the floor. And that one wants to come out as well. So we have three cards for your unexpected. Let's put them in the order in which they came out. Okay. Final general overall outcome. Few cards to help us understand the outcome of the month of August. I'm not sure if that card's going to come out. Yep. Kind of suspected that it was going to. Okay, let's put these in the order in which they came out. That one, the one that landed on my lap, and that one. Okay, let's get started. Cards up where you are at now. Okay, so the very first card of your reading, Virgo, is First Light, the beginning of a new cycle. First card of the reading, as well as indicating that you are stepping into a new cycle. Now, for any of you who have studied any aspects of the esoteric or any aspects of how the chakras work and how they integrate into our greater lives as a whole. Because for many people who study the chakras, they don't realize that they're not just energy centers within ourselves. The chakras also represent the different phases and stages that we go through as we get older. And this is actually a cycle. So when we are born, we are in our root chakra, and our root chakra is always about feeling secure and survival and protection and so on. And then we move up into the development of um, the self in the sacral chakra and discovering who we truly are. And this can, depending on who you are and the age at which you move into your sacral chakra work, can be about discovering your sexuality. Moving into the solar plexus is discovering your power and your individuation and your individuality and so on, all the way up into the crown chakra. And once we reach our crown chakras, we circle back around and we're often presented with lessons again about survival and security and so on, moving us back into the root, but always on a different level. And there's always new lessons with a similar common theme, but we move into them. So the reason that I'm talking about this, sorry, there's a fly that keeps flying around me while I'm trying to record this. So the reason that I went into this is because I felt it was important to remind everybody that we do go through regular cycles. And this card is indicating that here in the middle of August, you are entering into the beginning of a new cycle. Now, this could be for any of you relating to any one of your chakras. And, cycles can also be the ending of a relationship, the ending of a business partnership, the ending of a work or career, or maybe perhaps moving from work and career into retirement. Any of these things are the beginning/ending of a cycle. So it's actually a really exciting time, but it can also be really intimidating for a lot of the Virgos that are out there, because you're going, okay, the world is already upside down and now you want me to step into this new role in this new cycle. This is actually a beautiful thing because there's so much learning and enlightenment and fascination, and so much within stepping into a new cycle that we can learn. And a lot of us are still looking for our purpose here on the planet, but one of our purposes is to continue to learn throughout our entire lives. You have the wise leader card as well for where you're at now as you're stepping into the middle of August. The wise leader is a card about stepping into the role of being a mentor. This card and the first light card actually work really, really well together, because what this card is saying is that you have learned lessons and you're ready to step into the next cycle and the next role. And in so doing, the aspects that you have already learned, the lessons you have already learned, you now become a wise leader and a beacon and a mentor for others. So this is actually a beautiful time for you right now, Virgo. Let's move into what you are focusing on. Now we have 3 cards come up here. Okay. You have the Chariot coming in, you have the Hermit, and you have the 7 of Winter. The 7 of Winter is also known as the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is a card indicating that you're not seeing things from a perspective that's giving you the clearest picture. And it can also indicate that something that's coming into your realm may not be as it seems. It may leave you feeling like you are skating on thin ice. So if you have a look at the card, I'm going to try and get it to come into focus. Maybe not. Okay. So if you have a chance, you can Google the 7 of Winter, and pictures of it will come up. But this card depicts a fairy and she's skating around a pond, but it's very obvious that the ice upon which she is skating is thin. That's the message behind this card, is that As you step into the first light and into this new cycle, it may leave you feeling like you're on thin ice because you're in unfamiliar territory. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Stepping into the chariot is an indication that good things are racing towards you. Good things are coming at you right now, Virgo. And that's really, really beautiful. And so there is the opportunity to really celebrate and relish in this new cycle, knowing that it is being brought to you for your highest good. And it is, like I said, it is racing towards you. The chariot in the traditional tarot is depicted as a horse with a chariot behind it, and it's just racing like it's going to run right off the card. And so again, I'm not sure if you can see this in the picture, but you've got a fairy here, and she is in a chariot. And finally, you do have yet another card that says, be a mentor for others, and that is the Hermit card. Now, the Hermit card has two meanings. For some of you, the Hermit card is indicating that during this time, this transition, as you are stepping into this new cycle, you may be tempted to hermit yourself and step away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life as you settle into these new energies. But the hermit also represents being a mentor for others. It can represent that there is a mentor coming into you, a new mentor coming into you, but it can also be that you are stepping into the role of mentor for others. So beautiful, beautiful cards overall. Yeah, I'm super excited for you right now, Virgo. I can't get over it. I'm just super excited. Okay, we're going to step into what is challenging you. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just watching. There is someone walking outside where I'm recording and distracting me. I'm just going to pause this for a moment so that I'm not distracted from your reading. Okay, Virgo, sorry about the interruption. Okay, this is the reason that this is really interesting. This is the card that came up in your challenges. Guess what card it is? It's the same card that this one is. The Seven of Winter represents the Seven of Swords, and now you have the Seven of Swords coming out again. The Seven of Swords is a card that's indicating that you may be skating on thin ice because you're not seeing the real picture. It may also indicate that someone in your midst is not being as honest as they could be. Now, oftentimes when we leave one cycle and move into another, and we're beginning a new cycle, some of our old family and friends may not completely understand the change in the shift that we are experiencing at that time. And so there may be some jealousy, there may even be some sabotage involved. And the fact that you have two Seven of Winters / Seven of Swords coming in is an indication that, Virgo, I want to try and keep this reading really positive because it is a really positive reading overall. But the fact that you have two Seven of Swords coming in is an indication that you may need to watch your back as you go through this shift. I am sensing that there's a possibility that someone is perhaps jealous of your growth. And so that's just something to keep in mind. Calm is not a weakness. I am just having a really hard time trying to get this to focus for you today. Calm is not a weakness is a message that you need to hear at this time. When we're experiencing this change, this shift, stepping into the role of mentor or being a beacon for others, there can be this push or this shift towards busyness in order to keep ourselves busy, which keeps us distracted from either these sevens, or it keeps us distracted from what is rushing right at us, and keeps us distracted from change, right? So we stay busy, but in so doing, we never fully learn the lessons and move forward into the new cycle. So calm is not a weakness. Make sure near the end of this month, you are practicing that calm, that meditation, stepping away from things. Again, with this hermit, this is also please step away from things if necessary. If things get wild and busy, step away from things. Unexpected, you have, wow, you have 3 cards that have come up here. You have the flowering card. This card is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is all about coming into your own, coming into fruition, coming into full bloom, and really, really stepping up and stepping into that role of mentor. You have the Five of Cups here. Now, the Five of Cups is represented by clinging to the past. So there is going to be that pull or that urge. Oh man, I don't want to step into this new cycle. It's too overwhelming and I want to stay busy and cling to the past. So there is going to be a little bit of that element rearing its head during the last half of August. Is this something that you would be unable to overcome? Absolutely not. It's just something that you need to be aware of, that there is going to be this draw to cling to the past. But the reality is that you are being called upon to be a mentor, to step into your true power and really flower. The final card that you have in your unexpected is the Thunderbolt. Now, this card corresponds to the Tower in the traditional tarot. This is a card indicating that whether you like it or not, whether you practice the busyness or not, as well with this Chariot here and now having this Thunderbolt here, change is coming, Virgo, and it's coming hard and fast, and there is no stopping this change. You are being asked to step up into the role of a mentor and step out of your comfort zone and step into this new cycle. Final general overall outcome. Oh, really, really nice cards. You have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands indicates that you are going to be presented with a choice. 2 different directions upon which you can take. Now, you'll notice here that the character on the card has 2 wands, one behind him and one in front of him. He is facing the one in front of him, meaning that he is intending to step into the unknown and the new. The wand behind him represents the past, and you'll notice he's not facing it. So as I mentioned here, with this Five of Cups coming in, which is the clinging to the past card, you are being asked to not cling to the past. The Two of Wands is confirming, do not cling to the past, Virgo. Step up and step into this role of being the mentor for others. You have the Eight of Wands in reverse coming in here, and the Eight of Wands in reverse is asking you to make sure that you are stepping up and stepping into the new role. Don't always just go with the flow. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings specifically related to your finances, as well as being related to your job or career. What else can I say? I can't add anything else to that. And then you have the Six of Pentacles coming in as well. So a few pentacles here in your final closing cards. And the Six of Pentacles is my card of philanthropy. This is a card of if you can afford to give. Now, when I say afford to give, I'm not just talking about finances here. It can also be give of your time, give of your, do some volunteering. And even for that matter, give advice to someone, help someone out on the street. It's not always about giving money when we're talking about philanthropy. It's also about just being there for your fellow human beings. So again, with the philanthropy card coming in addition to the Hermit, in addition to the Wise Leader, you have numerous cards here, Virgo, saying that you are at that stage where you are ready to step up and step into the role to really, really help your fellow humans. And this is also a card, the other side of the Six of Pentacles is, if you can't afford to give, don't be afraid to ask. All right, we're going to leave it off there. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. And I look forward to the honor of being able to do your next reading again next month.